Hi there. Today I'm going to do a little test. I've got two lenses with me here. They're both 75mm and 1.8 aperture. I have a Samyang and Viltrox. This Viltrox is a fairly new lens, so looking forward to playing with this. The purpose of this video is really to see which one I personally think is the best. This one I've had for quite a while, the Samyang. The reason I brought this was because really it was the only one, the only 75mm which you could get at the time. But as this one came out, I thought I'm going to have to give that a go, because unlike the Samyang one, it's got the aperture ring, which I love on Fujifilm lenses. So it's not going to be a technical test. I'm not going to sort of be shooting brick walls and seeing how straight lines are and how they look in the corners, all that stuff. It's just what I personally think is the best, most importantly autofocus wise. So let's get cracking. Have a wander around Great Yarmouth, where I am today, starting on the seafront, and let's see how we go. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the Viltrox. It's very bright today, so I've got the lens hood on so we don't get any sort of flares. I think I'm going to start with a walk along the pier. You see, when I start shooting with a focal length like 75, which is a fairly short telephoto, you have to adapt to how you shoot, because you have to shoot from further away than you think. So far, autofocus seems pretty snappy. As usual, I shall be posting the photos as and when I take them, so you'll see how good they look or bad they look. But Viltrox are very good lenses, so I can't imagine that there'll be anything wrong with them. Not very busy here at the minute. I did always used to love a bumper car as well. Always like a hat. You've got a man walking behind the donkeys to pick up the donkey poo. I would imagine that's his job. Yes, it is. It's a fun job. Okay, I've now switched over to the Samyang. Let's have a little play with this one. I used to love Joyland as well. I won't walk through it with the camera because, again, lots of kids around. Just have to apologise. When I'm taking photos, I'm using the viewfinder most of the time because it's very bright, so it's quite hard to see what's going on the screen. But you'll see the pictures anyway. The annoying thing about this one is having to change the aperture on the ring here, which isn't as fun as it is on the Viltrox. So far the autofocus on this one isn't too bad either, quite snappy. It might actually come down to the image quality in the end. Make my decision a lot harder if they're incredibly similar in every way. It's very warm. It's a lot warmer than I was expecting it to be today. So we're kind of in between heat waves, but I guess it's working its way back up. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to nip back into there and get myself an iced coffee or something. Keep me going. Cheers. So far, I think, as I said a minute ago, autofocus seems pretty good. But you can never really tell if you've nailed the focus until you get all the photos on screen. Got some kite flyers here. The boat in the background. Yeah, again, I can't really make out properly what I'm shooting, so I'll have to use a viewfinder. See if we can get just on the kites. Will it focus on them? It's struggling a bit. I don't know if it's nailed those. What I'm going to do, take this opportunity to switch back to the Viltrox and see how that handles these kites. Right, back on now with the Viltrox, so let's see how this handles the autofocus here. Actually instantly better. Just make a smaller focus point. Let's do a wide focus point, see if it can, how is it with tracking. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. It is kind of a bit confused by the clouds, but on the one where there's no clouds behind it, it's actually doing very well. So instantly I would say Viltrox autofocus has the edge, especially with moving subjects. That was a good test. Continuing my weird fascination with empty chairs. We've got some good line of chairs here as well. Some people in the background too. Quite like that. Chairs and people in hats. There's the big wheel going. See the little train going along the road there. Photos in camera at the minute. They're looking pretty sharp. I wonder how we are with sort of close distance on this. There's some ladybirds on this fence. You can just about see. See if we can get a shot. Try and focus. Let's see our closest. I know the closest distance isn't great. Yeah, so we're about here, which but then you wouldn't normally use a telephoto for macro. But I did just get quite a nice one, I think. What I'm going to do, switch back to the Samyang and do the same test here. Okay, so Samyang's back on. Let's see the close distance of this one. Closer. So you can see that I've actually got closer with this. So let's try a ladybird. Let's get a very small focus point. Does that look? Yeah, not bad. So I guess that's a plus for the Samyang. You can get closer to things. But as I said, it's not kind of a priority with a telephoto, but still interesting to look at. What these flowers are here for. See that on the beach. I kind of like these remains of somebody had been on the beach with an umbrella and stuff and they've just left it. I mean, it's not great for the environment just to dump your stuff, but quite a nice little scene. I did just spot a little jittering on the autofocus there. Alright, once again, switched over to the Viltrox. Someone on a board there. Let's get a photo of them in front of the ship. This guy is sitting on some trainers. It's quite funny. I need this girl to get out of the way. One of these cars going along this ride. Getting to the top. There's one coming up now. That ride is going. Let's get that coming back up. So the track, you can see a track going up there on the roller coaster. Don't know if we'll see any cars going up there. Oh, well, there we go. We're in luck. I'm guessing this is a staff entrance. Now the gate here is actually open. Probably not allowed in, but you know what? Feeling brave. I might have a quick look if I can. No public parking, but it didn't say no public access. I'll just walk in for a bit. If I get told to leave, then fine. I'll just do a quick tour and go up here. Get out of here before we overstay our welcome, even though probably not welcome at all. Look at CAF 63 there with that bike out the front. That's cool. For this guy to go in. This guy is looking at me. So we're going to head on back now this way and see where the video takes us next. This looks like a fun ride here. Look how high up it goes. Almost right upside down there. Oh, it does go all the way to the top. Is it going to go back up right over? No. Depending on your disposition with rides, whether that would be your thing or not. Not my favourite thing in the world. So we're back at the big wheel here. We've got the Samyang back on. This pub over here, with its letters removed, it's called Bring Smack, which it should be Barking Smack, I think, but subliminal message there, Bring Smack. I wonder if they have a drug problem in there. Got to get back to the car now before the parking ticket runs out. Gold rush. Autofocus hunting on this. So if you can see that, not really, but it was. Oh, you see that jump? So let's switch back to the Viltrox. Right, Viltrox is back on. Let's take that same shot. That is not hunting at all. You can see there's no jumping about. Yeah, it's interesting where it was jumping there. Don't know why it was struggling. Something with the mirrored lettering. Right, I've got to quicken the pace now because the alarm just went off for my parking ticket. Okay, I shall conclude this video here by saying I think the Viltrox wins. Just from using it with the autofocus, it just, yeah, slightly edges it above the Samyang on certain situations. Samyang is fine for most parts, but yeah, the odd bits and bobs, the Viltrox definitely did better. And with the added bonus, I love the aperture ring. So unless I get home now and look at all the pictures, and there's amazing difference between this and the Samyang, which I don't think there will be, I'll be keeping this and the Samyang will be sold. So yeah, that's where I end it here. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye.